What's going on, family? It's your man, Mr. Hard Pivot, and I am in the house tonight, guys. I'm going to be really, really brief, and pardon me for the noise. I sure hope you guys can hear me. At the tennis facility, my children have tennis practice today. So I was just in the stand talking to one of the fathers who happens to be a real estate agent. And not only is he a real estate agent, he is, he's a minister at a church. And I go to church, and I definitely believe in the Most High. Wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the Most High. So all praises all the time. Sure. And we were talking about finances. Of course, we're in the financial world as far as getting cash flow up, taxes down, debt down for people, showing them how to increase their cash flow, getting instant pay raise, et cetera, et cetera. So I was kind of telling you what I do, and he was telling me about what he does. And the conversation soon crossed over into some biblical stuff. Now I don't pose to know the Bible forward and backwards and stuff like that. But of course there are a lot of stories that we both started referring to when it came to finances, right? And his belief is of the nature of the eye of the camel, where it's easier for a person to go through the eye of a needle than a rich man to make it into heaven, a rich person to make it into heaven. And a lot of people take that verse and kind of just live and die with it, right? Now, I want this to be interactive, guys. I want some comments. So if I can't name the people in these stories and who in the Bible verses and stuff like that, drop them in the verses, drop them in the comment section for me, All right? Let's make it a little interactive, make it a little funny, but I won't be long. So my point was, his perspective was the needle through the eye of the camel, right? And yet, I told him, you've told me about two different businesses. That you hear, paying for tennis courses. He's told me about a lot of things that he paid for his child, which takes money. He lives in a very nice home, drives a nice car, takes money, right? And so I said, everything you do, you're doing for financial freedom, generational wealth, right? Wealth that you can't take with you, right? Then you do want to get to heaven, like you told me. So my point is this. This is my point of view. Definitely, if you're spiritual, if you're kind, your acts goes a long way with your faith. But there are just too many stories in the Bible. Most all the kings were filthy rich, and they were blessed by God. They were able to hear the voice of God, speak to God, and they were kings, right? Solomon, David, they were kings. We all know the story of Job, filthy rich, right? Even though he went through this test where God and the devil had a conversation and tested Job to the point of his children. He lost his land, his cattle, his everything, right? He lost everything, and eventually was blessed tenfold. But he was blessed with tenfold. He was already filthy rich, right? And he was still blessed tenfold. There's the story of the lady who lost her husband, right? And he was left with nothing. And she spoke to, I believe, one of the apostles. And I think the apostles' advice was to, if not an angel, maybe it was an angel, the advice was to basically start a home-based business. And she said, go sell the stuff inside your house. And she ended up being one of the richest women in the Bible. So, guys, I don't interpret anything out of the Bible saying that if you become wealthy, that you can't go to heaven. To me, it's what you do with that wealth. To be blessed is to be able to bless other people. That's the way I see it. The more blessings, the more I bless people, it seems like the more blessings I receive, and they're not always monetary. They're not always financial, right? But they're blessings. And a lot of times they are monetary and they're financial blessings because I'm able to take care of my family, my wife and my children. So I just think a lot of the times the teachings are teachings of a poverty mindset, a lot of the times coming from a lot of the churches. So that's why I kind of disagree with a lot of the teachings. It's a lot of poverty mindset being taught, like just pray, pray, pray. Even the Bible says you reap what you sow. So that's sowing is an action, guys. It's an action verb. It's not pray, 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 and wait on God to just shower you with. I haven't seen that in any Bible I've read. I've read the Torah, I've read the Quran, I've read a lot of things. Just searching for just understanding, and it's always action when God blesses you with something, or the Most High blesses you with something, guys. So, you have to take your own finances by the bullhorns. You have to take it under your own control. You have to be proactive with your finances. You have to go out and try to live out your dream by being active, by trying to create assets. You have to do these things. These are action things, guys. There's not one person on this planet that's wealthy or well-to-do or rich or super rich that has done it by sitting down inside their house. Not one person. There's a lot of rags and riches stories that we know about, from like Tyler Perry, who was homeless, bum on the street. Now he's a billionaire. He didn't do that by just praying and sitting on the street and waiting on God to just shower down on the curb blessings and riches and wealth. No, he had to get out and do some things. I think like Steve Harvey was living in his car for a long time. But he had to get out and just hustle. He said he took a job after job after job after job. Eric Thomas, one of my mentors, one of my favorite people, E.T. himself, right? Homeless as a child, broke, but just got out and made it happen. He didn't wait. He's a pastor to this day. You can hear him, Eric Thomas. You can hear him, the hip-hop preacher. Shout out to him, glad I got. One of my other mentors I love, Brian Ian Dean, lost $1 million, lost his first million because he didn't have financial knowledge at age 22, when he was young, but was able to get back up and take action and be proactive to be able to, generate some generational wealth. It's all about action, guys. There's nothing to me saying that if you are spiritual, that if you believe in the Most High, that you believe in God. It says you have to be broke on this earth and wait to heaven on earth. No, I just don't see that, guys. Tell me your thoughts. Let me know what you guys think, right? I'm also going to drop a link because with that, we created a specific link called Faith and Finances, for churches and stuff like that, to be able to help their congregation flourish. Not only just giving out tithes and paying for stuff and giving, and that's all fine. I pay tithes. I'm on the love ministry. I do it all, right? But I also think that churches should also have an avenue for people to be able to generate wealth that need it, especially without having to get another job, work 2 jobs, do a lot of overtime, because that takes away from family. That takes away from chasing your own dreams, to creating your own wealth. So the link that I'm going to drop in the comment section, guys, is a link, this is especially for church. So if you have pastors or different churches that want to be able to provide something for their congregation to help them increase their cash flow, please forward that as well to other congregations, to other pastors, to other churches, to any social, anything that's socially relevant to where they're trying to help people, right? Increase their cash flow, because that's what it's about. You have to start with increasing your cash flow before you can start, before you can even be on the road to wealth, right? So, like I said, I wasn't gonna be long, guys. Tremaine, Mr. Hard Pivot. Just share. Drop your comments. Tell me what you thought. And remember, give me some of the names of the people that I couldn't name right now in these biblical stories, guys, right? And leave your comments. You're good, bad, or indifferent. I'm open to them all, all right? So again, I don't know most of you, but I believe in each and every one of you guys. So why don't you?